we are joined here by DTI, we are joined by DICT, we are joined by the Department of Science and Technology. And this is not just a convert show, just to be clear. The entire industry is joining us. The telcos, right now, about 60 different companies joining. Kasi ito po, why are they with us? Kasi this is a chance. This is a golden chance for us to make a dent on digital transformation. We cannot afford to be left behind. So just to be clear, sama-sama tayo dito sa programa. Now, I'd like to ask the DICT, ASEC Mike, one of the biggest challenges we have to cause digital transformation is to prepare our young population, or even the rest, even the current working population, what is DICT's plan to empower them, to train them with skills, etc. I know you have a program, you have a major mandate from the President. Can you tell us more about how you plan to address this?
Thank you for that, sir. So for the DICT, aside from of course focusing on Manila, meron po kaming mga regional offices. So those regional offices, one of their core mandates of course is to provide upskilling initiatives for their regions. And they've been doing this naman, tuloy-tuloy lang po. And of course with the with the development of AI, we want to make sure na the Filipino and of course even the employees of the government, employees in the ICT, that we're using these technologies for good and for efficient use. And of course, yun nga, with the hackathons, of course, we've also deployed a few hackathons across different regions. And we can see that previously, there were applications and programs that were built within months. But with, of course, AI, nagagawa na po siya within a day or two. And that's when we can see now we're not only investing in the skills of the Filipinos, but we're also investing in their ideas and their problem-solving skills. So that's one that would also like to work with, of course, this coming hackathon with PCCI.
Great. Thank you, ASEC Mike. Next question, please, from the media. I saw earlier there were three who were raising questions. Yes, please.
Hello, my name is Rain Checklog. Can you share to us your outlook on the overall environment, business environment here in the Philippines? What are the areas of opportunities and what are the challenges that we have right now? Thank you.
Chairman George.
Who's the one asking the question?
Here, sir.
It's
Great,
it.
sir.
You were saying, come again? I was just reading some notes.
All right. My question is, can you share to us your the outlook, the current outlook on the Philippine business, and what are the areas of opportunities, and what are the challenges that we have right now?
Well, the challenges, as mentioned earlier, is that we really have to beef up our infrastructure. Okay. Earlier, Chairman Dennis, we mentioned about connectivity through satellite. These are the low Earth orbit satellite. And one of the biggest company in the world, the Starlink, of which converts is a company representing them here in the Philippines. But you know, aside from availability, what's important is affordability. Okay, and the connectivity nowadays, it cuts across our lifestyle. No? Halos lahat ng pamilya kailangan nila for education, for business, for information. Okay. Now there's a survey that was done, United Nations. For the advanced country, dapat mga 5% to 7% of their take-home pay na makaroon sila ng unlimited access for connectivity, digital connectivity. For the less developed country, like us, no? But we're moving naman, it should be anywhere below 5%. And I mentioned this to our chairman one time, and because he's in the has a lot of fiber optics throughout the Philippines. Okay? Pero kulang pa. There's a lot has to be done. And we hope that the government, in a way, can help. Madalas yung mga cell sites or fiber optics, we require access to the right of access sa lupa. Okay? And I hope government can help the private sector in that aspect, where the right of way can be made available and within a certain cost that's affordable. Because overall, you will lower down the services that you will provide for the subscriber. So having said that, we can see that there's a I was in Cebu one time and I asked the audience how many of them are using ChatGPT. And I was surprised, marami sila. They raised their hand. And especially for the young. Alam mo, dito sa atin, we are known as the world capital of text message. And mind you, really, AI should not be something strange for us. Anybody that uses Google, anybody that uses Amazon when you ask for something, that's already AI. You notice the Google now, when they give you, let's say you ask something, mas kompleto yung sagot nila compared to 5 years ago. Because they're actually using AI behind the scene. But now, the availability of GPUs, no? These are very high speed computer and big data centers that may not be on earth premise but on the cloud. So now this allows a wider applications of AI. Okay, you know, AI is nothing, to be honest. We try to demystify AI. It is nothing new to us. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine who looked at AI in a very simplistic term. Normally we say AI, accumulation, amplification, algorithm. Okay? But he was looking at it from the point of view of a user. Sabi na, para sa akin, ako yun. I, ikaw. Sa akin, for him, he looked at it from that point of view. AI is between the user and the one who is providing information. So, in answer to your question, definitely the private sector, all of us, even the government, must really be into this because this is our future. Actually, we just came back from Huawei in Shenzhen in China with President Nina leading and Mr. Michael Tan and Mr. Butch Guerrero, and we visited their campus, and we can see all the new development they have in the pipeline. So we're a bit behind, pero if we jump on board now, okay, and they're willing to extend help and assistance to us. So I think we're not behind. To be honest, I think our young Filipinos are very creative. That one thing I can say. When we saw what they did with the hackathon, we said we're very confident that with this disruptive technology available, we can move our country faster. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman George. EVP Perry, you wanted to answer especially about the question, what sectors is it going to be affected?
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna touch on two subjects. First is, it's already touched about the connectivity. You've heard the phrase technology is an equalizer, but we have to drill it down, at least in the Philippines. It's connectivity. When you have 6,600 islands, as our secretary said, but only half are digitally connected, you see the inequality when it comes to academic institutions, to the MSMEs, and also in skilling and upskilling. We have, you've heard it, we have young people, average age of 25, but we're struggling on the skills. Now we are struggling on skills. So with PCCI working together with TESDA and DepEd, especially on the EBET program and enterprise-based educational and training, we want to go down to the grassroots and really upskill, digitally upskill our young workforce, upskill them, and also our future workforce who are in the senior high school and below. But we can only do that if they're connected. So it all boils down to the connectivity. You know, our chairman for the PBC, Dennis Anthony Uy, can actually connect the whole Philippines. Biglan lang siya ng pagkakataon together with DICT because it's not new technology. It is already existing. Kaya pag binigyan natin and the government really pursues and really serious about connectivity, and we connect all the 48,000 public schools, we are certainly a force to be reckoned with when it comes to the labor force. Especially, you've heard also from our chairman George, we might be in technology, we might be behind, and we are. But the good thing about technology is napakadali aralin, napakadali i-train. So it's never too late. We just connect the whole Philippines, the 48,000 public schools, the TESDA training schools, and then we will have educational and training parity. Pare-pareho ang tinitrain, pare-pareho ang pinag-aaralan. It's not too late, by the way, because Filipinos are good learners and easily trainable. When it comes to the future of business, it's all on digital. If you are involved in digital technology, whether you are a supplier, whether you're in the electronics industry who makes all this digital equipment and or semiconductor, and that is the future, or whether you are a user of digital technology. Our President Nina was just telling me in her house, you can talk. May madami nagsasalita. So that's how a smart house, and that's where we're all going. When it comes to the MSMEs, if we do not improve the status of our MSME, 1.3 million MSMEs, doon ang future ng Philippines. So it's not to improve the Philippines. PCCI is not here to improve the Philippines. PCCI is here to improve the MSMEs, bring in the next step. So from micro to small, small to medium. Do you know there's less than 5,000 large companies in the Philippines? Out of the 1.3 million MSMEs, less than 5,000 lang ang malalaking kumpanya dito who controls the country. So, our objective here in PCCI is really bring the medium-sized companies to large. We can only do that if they're all connected together with the academic level, academe, and our training institution, train and train and train. PCCI is in the center of all of that kasi PCCI is present nationally, nationwide. So, it's one of our advocacies is really towards our members, which are the MSMEs. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
I just like to add, Ruben. The sectors, I think, for us, these are very important sectors for us. Agriculture, yung mga aquaculture, also tourism. Where connectivity information is very crucial. The information can be provided to our farmers yung magsasaka real time. Okay? Tungkol sa climate, tungkol sa presyo, lahat na bagay sa agriculture. Once you have this connectivity, once you train our farmers to use, ang mga, alam mo, sa mga advanced technology, meron yung IoT, Internet of Things. Halimbawa, kung mainit ang panahon, they need to have water for their farm. They can use drip technology, targeted irrigation. And the fishing is also very important. The weather, where to fish. And the other side is tourism. Once we have that, I think we can really encourage more visitors from abroad. Those are the basic sectors, I think. And of course, not to mention that education is the foundation for that. Thank you.
President,
you know, our chairman here and our AVP here, including our chairman for PBC, is really emphasizing the need for digitalization, connectivity. All these things really are very essential to us. But I would like to really address the question that our partner here had mentioned about how do we look like the Philippine business. In PCCI, our assessment and our forward-looking into this business in the Philippines really is positively moving forward. With all as mentioned by Secretary Roque, foreign investors are coming to the Philippines and they're looking the Philippines as our business, as a business hub. If all this digitalization, AI, all other technologies really can be brought to the Philippines and can make the Philippines one of the Huawei, no, that really made a lot of technology improvement. Now, if our chairman here, Dennis, can really be given that opportunity to bring it all, not only in Metro Manila, but also to all the local areas and the rural areas, Philippines would really be one of the progressive countries. And we're really looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you, President Minao. I move to the next question. Please identify yourself.
Hi, I'm Andre from CoinGeek. I would just like to ask if what technologies or tools are the PCCI and the government exploring to beef up the digital security of businesses in the country?
Digital security. Asek Mike, would you like to take that on?
Well, of course, for digital security, we are also, well, of course, it's one of the most important things to talk about now, especially with AI. Marami pong gumagamit ng AI for, with bad intentions. And this is something that we're also closely monitoring right now. And there are also AI tools, or at least the advanced cybersecurity platforms that are also using AI tools to combat bad actors in AI. And at the same time, policies din po we're looking at to beef up in terms of cybersecurity.
Chairman Dennis?
A lot of things you can address on this security, back to basic education for kids. Unnecessary yung mga old ages, no? Yung mga nafo-fruit sila, nabudol-budol silang purpose. This is only proper information and proper education. Even other progressive countries, that's part of the education of the grade school students, curriculum. Teach them to not be budol. No basic, mga unnecessary, mga email, whatever. That's one, no? Second, in terms of the high level, there's a lot of platform security. Government should come out with single cyber security council to control the whole nation. In fact, this is a SOC. In fact, the ICT have already some SOC already, but cyber security should be addressed proactively, not reactively. Because when something happen to you, you react, that's finished. You lose, right? Proactively, you can address that. Mostly, a lot of hackers is 95% internal security issues. If you let someone open everything, everybody comes to you. But if you have prevention and proactive to address that totally will be addressed. And other level like defense, there's a lot of country deeper to do this. We need to have to able prevent, not prevention than reactive, no? So that's totally different. We need to do prevention. Prevention can address all of this. No? So this is back to so many things there need to address. No? From start of the kids' education, in internal company, private company, you need to put proper education. Those who don't and okay to do. A lot of things need to address.
Thank you, Chairman Dennis. we have 5 minutes left for the open forum.
Sir, follow up lang po.
Yes.
For Sir Dennis. Sir Dennis, you were given a challenge kanina. If given the opportunity, will you accept, and what will be the timeline sa tingin niyo po to connect, sabi nila, to connect the whole Philippines?
Actually, the connectivity anywhere today, anyone want to connect, we can provide. Like satellite, wireless, and fiber, right? But affordability, what Chairman mentioned a while ago, right, is our 70% of our Filipino household, they cannot afford to charge a 1,500 fixed internet. Like Vietnam, you can see Thailand. Vietnam today, 90% household connected. How much? It's below $10. So how much $10? It's less than 400 or 500 pesos. That should be the market segment, right? So connectivity is an issue now because we have how much the entry level starting today. So expensive, right? Entry level, the kit alone is almost 10,000, and then you have limited traffic. But this connectivity is better than nothing. When you got rain, totally destruction na naman yan. So better than nothing. But the best is still fiber and the wireless. But wireless, government, that's right. You see Malaysia, what government did? They did not subsidize. Kasi the budget of the government every cycle, every year. Okay? If you give sites to able to deliver the basic community have a connectivity, how we keep this sustainable, right? We always give free. Free is not the solution. Charge them a subsidized rate, this money collected here, and let them sustain, let them operate, and let them connect, pay the capacity to able to be sustained. Every time you ask free, there's no free, this word, to serve, I tell you. And how long they can sustain that free. Malaysia, what they did is community-based operation. Government startup, they set up. And the community, they develop the app. And then community pay. We subsidize. And whatever the quality, they sustain and they maintain the operations. And that's BA sustainability.
Thank you, Chairman Sir.
I just like to add what Yusek Planas mentioned earlier about the security issue. Okay. DICT has implemented a national security management program during the last administration, of which one of my companies involved, we had the Israeli company implementing that security management, cybersecurity. Of course, that has to be upgraded every now and then. But for us, businessmen, big and small, we have to be aware that the AI advancement can be good, can be bad. Nakikita natin yung mga being presented talking, marami hindi naman totoo eh. They're not the real person talking. Okay? And we have to be careful on that. Kasi may mga scam. They will use a person na makilala. I've seen on my YouTube, I've seen Secretary of Finance, Recto. I've seen Mr. Lance Gokongwei talking about investment scheme. You see, those are all fake. So you be worried about that. Kasi ang technology, masyadong powerful. They will just capture somebody in the public media, a few minutes of video of his talking, they can come out with a video that is so real. You think that he's the one talking. So we have to be careful about this thing, this scam. And I think, as mentioned earlier by Chairman Dennis Anthony Wee, the government do have to provide, okay, that kind of regulatory. You see, now, you know, the banks, especially in the banks, they're very strict on security. And not only with BSP, but also like law enforcer are involved. So that would be something that we must be aware. But there's more good than the bad, no? Don't be afraid. But we do have to provide some handrail, no? to monitor how AI is being used. Thank you.
Yes, Madam President, for our last point.
Kinakausap ko. Kasi sabi ko sa kanya, anak, tumayo. Come closer. Kumapit siya sa akin, take my hand, sinitake. Nakakatuwa siya. Anyway, a while ago, it was mentioned that PCCI supported Connectadong Pinoy. We really did. That is to encourage other telco company to be allowed to participate in the bidding and whatever to improve our connectivity. But sabi nga ng ating chairman, strict control or implementation of the IRR or even the IRR itself should be strictly formalized para sigurado tayong magkaroon ng security and assurance na hindi ma-breach yung ating mga tawag natin doon security, especially in the banks, especially on our personal data and so forth. Ang natin doon is, if the reason why we were encouraging that is because we want really to have, free, kung pwede lang sanang free, or hindi na free, affordable connectivity in the country. Not only in the areas na merong kayang magbayan, kundi pati na yung mga public places sana. Especially yung mga schools, yung mga transportation, yung mga stations, bus stations, yung mga... Kung lahat yun makapag-provide tayo ng connectivity, magkaroon tayo very strong connectivity, our access to technology, our access to accessible, to affordable financing, access to market, access to all, to improve our lives, to improve our businesses, we will be really very lucky. So to us, improving our connectivity, improving our technology is very important. So if everybody can help us reach to the government to help us in this advocacy, it would be really very appreciated. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Nina.
Just a quick one on AI. You've heard about probably from the business side, but we're also working on the academic side because our future leaders, our future heads of businesses, and our future entrepreneurs are still at school now. Doon kami tumutulong how to teach them capacity building on understanding AI. We cannot live without it now, it is here. But if our young generation will understand the good side and how to use it on the good side, and I think we will see progression in our country. So we're also focusing not only on the business side, but we are working with our academic institutions, including our international partners who can assist in providing curriculum to our academic institutions on capacity building on AI. Thank you.
I think better, no? We just only make sure everyone can attend this conference. We will bring the big tech company in the world. That's Google. They have just recently acquired a biggest cybersecurity from Israel. Spend huge of billions of dollars to acquire this company. No? And we have Palo Alto also with us. And Fortinet. All these are top security companies in the world. They will be part of our conferences. And you can go at the booth, acquire them, see them actually, and they will show how we can avoid because the technology is with them. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That winds up the media launch, the interviews. You have, if there are questions, there's an opportunity. We are inviting everyone for lunch. So